This listing has over $250,000 in sales. So if I go down here, I use my Allura plugin, I can see all-time sales, 250,000. So what does this mean? Why am I telling you this? Well, we can use this information to our advantage. There's two ways. So if you are this seller, there's ways that you can make even more revenue by using the information in this listing to your advantage and following those breadcrumbs. So that's number one I'm going to talk about. Number two is if you're in this niche and you want to compete with this person, how the heck can you compete with a listing that's doing so good? How can you offer something similar and absolutely kill it as well and even do a better job than this listing has already done? So let's dive in to these two methods that you can take away and apply to any niche, any shop. So first and foremost, if I was this seller and I saw that this listing is absolutely killing it and absolutely getting a ton of sales, and this is a mistake that a lot of sellers make, is they'll have a bestseller or they'll have a listing start to get traffic, they'll have a listing start to get sales, but then they just go the opposite direction. They continue to add other listings and not formulate a strategy behind what is already working, what is already proving to doing well. So here's how you do this. If this is your listing, you can apply any of this to any niche. So we want to look at this listing and how can we leverage this to make more sales in our shop? What is this telling us? Well, it's telling us that this style, this item is doing really well. So the first thing that we can do is offer more variations of this item. This doesn't have to be a one and done. So we want, this is already selling. The gold version of this necklace is selling already. So that leads me to believe that there's a strong possibility that if I add more variations, those are also going to sell as well. And it also, by adding more variations, we can get more listings out there because each variation you can create a new listing for. So that is number one. So whether variations could be different colors, obviously this is gold, we should offer a bronze, we should offer a silver, maybe even a black or something like that. That's number one. Maybe we offer a different style. So this has a particular style of texture or whatever. So maybe we want to offer some type of different style on the forefront. And that's another variation. Maybe we want to offer different sizes. It could be width, probably width, or maybe for smaller wrists, maybe we want to offer a small, medium, large. And that also allows us to release different price points because a smaller version should cost less. A medium version will cost probably what this is, and a larger version will cost even more. So it allows for price anchoring when customers are coming and doing comparisons of pricing. And so those are the different ways. Another big way is to offer similar items that have this same concept. So conceptually, they are the same. So maybe we want to offer a men's version of this bracelet. Maybe we want to offer a ring version of this. Maybe we want to offer a necklace that's similar to this that has an engraving on the back, something like that. We've already proven the concept. Proof of concept is big. So then we just need to tweak it into other items, similar items, to see how those will do. And there's a really good chance that those items will also do good. The last part of this that I would do is personalization. Add a personalization. So you can basically give them the opportunity to personalize this, to add their own saying in here, and you can also charge more for it. And with the variations, I would also do multiple sayings that are all pre-populated, that ones that you come up with, as well as have a personalization option as well. So it allows you to get a lot more products out there, a lot more options out there, and just further capitalize on this bestseller. So that is number one. If you sell something and for any niche, any product, you start to see it either get more traffic because the sales will usually come later. The traffic will come first, or you're already starting to get sales. Okay, don't run the opposite direction. How can you use that information, leverage it to your advantage for future listings, future products? And these are how the sellers, the good sellers get to be great sellers, and how the okay sellers get to become good sellers because they're starting to learn this and implement this stuff. So the second part of this is, how do you compete? How could you, if you are this is telling us, obviously this is good for, product demand research, keyword research. We're going to come across products that are selling really well. If we're in this niche, that tells us, okay, we should do something similar. Maybe, add our own flavor, our own style. But if we do something similar or relatively similar to this chances are it will also do well if we're doing it the right way. But how do we make ours even better than this? How can we just, if someone was comparing ours to this, how can we make ours stand out even more so that they're going to decide to buy ours over this one, outside of the fact that ours is going to be slightly different? And real quick, I wanted to show you guys this. If you want to join the Etsy Games program to grow your business faster than 99% of other Etsy sellers, there's a link below. I help sellers with strategies just like this. I help them with their SEO. I help them with their listings, give you feedback. I help you with trends. We also do live group coaching calls. Every new member gets a one-on-one coaching call from me. This is a very affordable. Right now, it's just $10 a month to hop in here. Very minimal investment. It's a write-off to join a positive, safe, motivational place of like-minded sellers to grow your business faster than the majority of Etsy sellers because they're not investing in this knowledge and the time, and they're not staying motivated. So I hope to see you guys over there. All right, let's get back to this. If I was to compete with this seller, there's a variety of different things that I could do to do a better job than this person's doing. So first and foremost, do the things that I've already talked about, right? With your own listing and future listings. So once you have your initial listing, you could offer more variations, color, style, options, similar items, and personalization, all the things I just mentioned with your version of this listing of your product, right? So that's number one. Number two is value. How can you infuse value in this listing? The perceived value and the actual value. How can you add more value? And by adding value, you can offer yours at a similar price or even a higher price. A lot of people will try to undercut this. They'll come in and be like, okay, how can I offer one of these for like $50 or $45? That's not the right way to think about this. This is the race. It's a race to the bottom. You should be thinking, how can I offer something similar and charge more for it? You're going to make more money. You're going to make more profit, and your business is going to be a lot better off than trying to race to the bottom. So how can you add value? So number one, you should be giving people care instructions right away. So you can put that in your picture section. You can put it in your description just so they know how to care for this. That's perceived value right away. And number two is maybe offer some type of bag that it comes with, some type of special box that it comes with, and showcase that again in your pictures and describe it in your descriptions. Another thing is you should show a picture of this being shipped out. How does it look? Is it in a nice box? Is it going to come looking nice? Most people are buying this stuff as a gift. They want to make sure that when the person gets it, it's not coming in some weird garbage bag, right? It should look, the packaging should look nice. And that's something that you want to demonstrate easily in your pictures, right? The next thing is maybe you want to add like some type of branded tag on here, and you can showcase that in one of these other pictures. Just adds to your brand, just makes it look nice. The main companies are doing similar things. Their brands are very clear, and it makes it seem like a more cohesive item. You could also add something complimentary to add value to this, something that's moderate, very inexpensive. So maybe there's some type of mini cleaning kit that you could take a picture of and basically explain every bracelet comes with this mini cleaning kit to help take care of this and help make sure it looks polished and nice. So something like that, no matter what your niche is, think about how you can add something complimentary. It's not going to cost you a lot more money, right? So those are things. Value is really, really important. And you can add value from just how you're describing the item. So how you're describing it in your description, you can use value terminology. You should also show how it's being made, right? You can show in your pictures a step-by-step of how it's being made, how it's being designed for whatever you are selling. This will add value. It will show that you're a real person, you're a real seller, you're designing this, you're making this by hand if you're selling handmade stuff. If you don't sell handmade stuff, you can show your design process, whatever the case may be, but that's going to set you apart. That's going to add value. The other thing that you should be doing is just adding more photos. Now we have 20 photo spots. This listing has 4. So they're missing a ton of opportunities with showcasing this item better. They're taking the photos of the item and of it being worn, but there's so many more opportunities to showcase this item. Again, how it's being packaged, how it's being shipped, care instructions as a photo, social proof, reviews as photos. There's a lot of different things that you can do to fill out your photos. And it's also going to give you the ability to add alt text to all those photos, which is an extra SEO boost. So that is really key. And the other thing you really should be doing, or they should be doing, is a better description. I mean, this description is very, very lackluster. It's just paragraphs. I would separate this out a little bit more. I would have headings, and I would make sure that this is easily skimmable. And they just need to do a better job of selling this. And they actually do some keyword dumping in here, which is like an old strategy. So this listing has probably been around for a while. You want to focus on adding the right information in here, answering any questions that customers may have, selling the item, making sure you're putting long tail, bottom of the funnel keywords in your description to help with searches, and also with AI search. That stuff is becoming more and more important. So those are the ways that you can compete and do a better job, and basically just take some of this, not only traffic, but take some of the sales away from these top sellers that could be doing a better job. So you're learning and leveraging your stuff in a better way and offering more value. A lot of people want to get the quick sale, sales, can't say sale today for some reason, but they're not doing the necessary things to be able to do that, and not thinking about the consumer like they should. We're thinking about the consumer as a number, just a number, and we want to get that sale from them, but you have to earn it. How can you do a better job? How can you do better than your competition? And that's going to really serve you and your business long term a lot better than just trying to throw stuff up there and being lackadaisical about it, because the people that are doing this the right way and considering this stuff are growing a lot faster than the people that are not. So that is it, guys. Hopefully that helps you guys out as far as your strategies going forward with your products, or looking at future products and demand-based products to implement into your own business. Again, hope to see you over in the Etsy Games VIP program. I'd love to help you further grow your shop, but that is it. I'll be back soon with some more good stuff for you guys. Have an amazing rest of your day.